Hello, fellow warriors against consensus reality. I thought I'd put out a short video on this, my alternate channel, for a change. Something that was on my mind today as one carries on during one's everyday life. Thoughts and ideas flood the mind, and this one was sparked by reading a book called He, Understanding Masculine Psychology by Robert A. Johnson. Hell of a book, by the way, I recommend it. And there was a quote there where Robert was talking about certain men. I think almost all of us at some point go through it. The adulthood depression. It sometimes manifests as the quote-unquote midlife crisis or the midlife depression. And regardless of a man's circumstances in life, regardless of whether a man is materially well off, or financially comfortable, or has a quote-unquote good job and a comfortable lifestyle and so forth, or even regardless of whether a man seems happily married or happily enjoying conformity, as some misguided souls will have you believe that it sometimes works. However, this depression, this midlife crisis, usually emerges from a deep-seated sense of, how shall I put this, unfulfillment. Feeling a deep sense of not achieving one's true inner dream, goal, aspirations, so forth, and resulting in an unlived life whereby a man may have the above mentioned things which to the asleep person out there may seem like a good life. This person has a really nice house and money in the bank and a really good job and seems on the outside to be living the ideal life. However, in reality, inside this man may be basically walking dead, going through the motions of one's everyday life without truly living it, without truly feeling the passion of living one's life every day. And we all go through that as men, especially in today's world where the masculine is constantly attacked and the positive, empowering, enlightening masculine archetypes are suppressed, attacked, shamed, to the point where a man is told, usually by a woman, to act like a man, or my favorite, man up. What they're saying with that is simply they do not accept the man's life or lifestyle now, they want a man to fit into what they see as an idealized lifestyle, mindset, way of being, to fit into their need of constantly leeching resources and energy. And the usual shaming tactics, those of us who are MGTOW monk, and happily so, through choice. I can't tell you how many times I've been accused of being gay. Because, we're not following the accepted consensus, practically enforced lifestyle choice, narrative of finding a quote-unquote good woman and getting married and being divorce raped and all the rest of that wonderful stuff that many men go through today. No, we don't do that, because we get to choose how we live our own life. And there are those of us who actually do not fall into the fear narrative of being so afraid, or being convinced that they are so afraid to be lonely that they're willing to denigrate themselves by entering into any sort of relationship to eliminate this perceived fear of loneliness. I touched on that on my main channel, Riff Magos, earlier today. And I think it's important. I think it's not being covered enough. Because when a person wants to attack you, when a person does not understand and does not agree with a man's lifestyle, they have no true information or knowledge to share. So they commit shaming tactics, because that's all they can do. Now, by attacking a man, by trying to shame him, that should show you, that should be an indication that you're actually doing the right thing, you're actually making the right choices for yourself. So, if you're being shamed or attacked, or those little subtle passive-aggressive things that people love to do, especially the modern woman loves to do, you smirk and you continue on your merry way. And of course, the getting back to the Robert Johnson quote, it's a way to, by doing all of the above that I mentioned, going through that today in mass media and all other aspects of modern life, by suppressing, by attacking, by deflating the masculine, the positive masculine, the masculine archetypes that a man should strive for in one's life. They want to take away a man's power by taking away one's direction and guidance, inner guidance, and making one so confused, so mixed up, so twisted around in so many different directions that that man in that position, in that condition, would be more liable to be controlled. And nothing is more powerful than a man in full control of his faculties, in full control of his own destiny, and in charge of his goal, having a clear goal in mind and a clear direction for his life in mind, and putting goals and mechanisms into one's life to achieve these goals, whether it be being in the best physical shape that you've ever been in your life, thereby limiting the need for medical resources later in life, to getting out of debt and becoming financially free, in that manner of speaking, or to actually awaken one day and make steps towards achieving one's lifelong desires and dreams. Those things create. Those things provide an energy which is a more powerful, more positive vibration of energy, creation. And of course, the modern woman does not exhibit this energy. The modern woman is exhibiting more of a leeching, taking, sucking energy, which does not radiate on the same wavelength as the creation, the creator energy and archetype. Which is why in this day and age, men and women are so turned around, so out of sync, and at each other's throat. And that is what it is. A man can only control one's own choices and behaviour and words. So may I recommend to continue striving, becoming more aware of the positive masculine, which I have a feeling I may touch upon in more detail in a later video, either on this channel or my main one. Strive to achieve the positive, empowering masculine archetype within your own life, thereby lending yourself more powerful, more positive energies and enabling you to continue in a direction which is more better, more helpful for yourself and for those around you who may see your example. Something to think about perhaps. The Lone Wolf on guitar, out.